Hello, I'm Kim Hulse. I'm a retail expert and I'm working with Business Lincolnshire to bring you a series of playbooks and webinars all about merchandising. This video is looking at part 2, effective store layout principles. So you need to plan layouts to maximize your sales. You need to understand which product areas bring you the best pound margin, which are the most profitable products in your store, and how much space should they have in proportion to other products in your range. So have a look at each product group and note down the pound margin that it's bringing in and allocate the space accordingly. You also need to allocate space depending on season. So some products will be seasonal and won't need to be in the same place in your store all the time. So allocate your space based on the selling season of your products as well. Position high margin items at eye level. That's where most of your attention is going to be. And if you're shopping quickly, that's what you'll pick up in store. We all know about supermarkets using milk to draw customers through to pass other products on the way to pick up what they've come in for. And you can do that too. Think about what your footfall driving products are and put those towards the rear of the shop and think about the products that you're putting on the pathway to your footfall driving products that might just grab someone's attention as they walk by. Make sure your layout and your space allocation makes sense in terms of how the customer shops. So you want to group like things together. If you're a clothing shop, you can zone by women's wear, men's wear, ladies wear, and then you can zone by tops and by cardigans and jumpers and t-shirts, and then you can zone by size. So you want to think about where customers start in the process of thinking about what they want to buy, and then start logically going through that thought process in how you lay out your shop to match your layout with how customers browse. You also need to think about your high theft items. So you don't want those in the darkest corner of your store, which doesn't have your staff sight line if they're behind the till. You want to think about having higher theft items in well-lit areas that are visible to staff. Think as well about planning your layout with an element of change. Sometimes changing up your store and changing the layout keeps your displays interesting and adds a bit of extra interest. You don't want to change too often and frustrate your customers, but think sometimes about which layouts are working better for you. Test and learn. There's just one thing that you can do on your layout, then I want you to audit what your current store layout is. Map out your store on a piece of paper, zone it out, and have a look at what your pound margin, what your sales and margin contribution per wall bay, per gondola, per seasonal display space, what's each area bringing in? And have they got the space proportionate to what they're bringing in, to the size of the products, to the seasonality, and everything else? Audit your footfall drivers. Where are they in the store? Could you perhaps move them? Think about where they might be. Think about your customer flow. What makes sense? What adjacencies will make sense in store? Maybe list something that you could change there. Think about your stock erosion as well. When you're auditing your layout, have a look at what might be high theft items. Do they need relocating elsewhere in store? Once you've done that audit, create a list of changes that you can make. You can find out more information about merchandising in the playbook. You can find that on businesslincolnshire.com/programs/retail accelerator program. You'll always also find a series of workbooks that will help you work through these actions that we're sharing in these webinars. You can find the merchandising series of webinars on this YouTube channel, as well as a whole host of other retail webinars. If you want to talk to someone or get some more support, then you can contact the local Growth Hub advisor. You can find them at businesslincolnshire.com/contact us. Thank you for listening.